Yo, what up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for dropping by, man. I'm just about to dive right in because this news is just getting crazy. It's getting crazy out here in these gaming streets, man. Let me tell y'all what these Decepticons keep doing over there at Naughty Dog. Now, they have an artist, right, that apparently came out and made a drawing of Stellar Blade and made her face look woke. She looked like a complete man, non-binary, tongue boy, transgender, whatever they tried to do with the character, right? And we had so many artists come out, you know what I'm saying? So many, anti-woke channels and people that just don't want this in the gaming industry, and they just woke it up. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, who is behind this woke trash? Like, who wants this in their game? Who is asking for this? I'm not asking for it. The gamers aren't asking. Clearly, we seen what happened to Concord. And we keep seeing that as well. We keep seeing, everybody keeps saying, uh-oh, bro, this is about to be another Concord 2. Intergalactic is about to be another Concord 2. We clearly see they're on that woke train heavy. They definitely don't want to listen to the fan base. Everybody's still pissed off about The Last of Us Part 2 by killing off Joel. We like, where's the story going to go now? We know they love to make these female boss characters now to push female empowerment, women movements, and the feminist movement. There's nothing wrong with pushing a woman character. I would like to correct that as well. I have no issue with playing with women characters. I'm a huge fan of Hellblade 2, for example. Amazing game. A banger in my case, but we can also tell the difference from gender swaps like Ghost of Yote, and now we get Intergalactic, just look like a bunch of woke garbage. The game ain't even appealing to most people now. Everybody's like, what are we doing here? Y'all are wasting billions, millions on woke trash that nobody's asking for. So what is going on? Who's behind this? Sweet Baby Inc. is already getting, that studio is dying. The woke activists, consultant firms, they're dying off. So who else? Is this the last one? So you're going to come out and basically call out Stellar Blade for not making an ugly character, an antagonist? That's crazy, bro. What is going on? Like, who is behind this garbage? Who's behind this trash? We just want to know, because everybody wants to know. It's like, okay, if you're going to make everything woke like that, who's pushing this? Okay, we already know we had all the movements. We know we have a new administration in office now that don't push DEI, for all this woke trash that's been coming out. And now all of a sudden you have the actress that's in Intergalactic that's speaking out. She feels like the gaming industry is attacking her. All the channels that's against all this woke trash, you know what I'm saying? So I would be a part of one of those people because I don't approve of it either. Straight people, Christians, I'm a Christian, so I don't approve of it, but I don't judge anybody. I just don't like stuff being forced down our throats and we don't have a choice. I felt like if you're going to bring out something like this, bring out a creative character. Don't keep shoving this trash down our throat over time and time and time again. And this is not what we asked for. Naughty Dog canceled factions. They canceled the multiplayer Last of Us. Why the hell did they do that? That was the worst decision they could have ever made. You had a AAA banger multiplayer on your hands. You have Killzone to focus on all these multiplayer games. You have SOCOM. You have 3 bangers right there you could have focused on that people know. IPs that people grew to love. And you still refuse to do it. Who is at the top of Sony calling the shots? Or should we blame it on lying, crying Jim Ryan? Because that snitch that tried to block Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal flew all around the globe, all around country to country trying to block this deal for Sony. Because like I said before, Sony don't mess with Xbox like that. Clearly we see from them doing all these exclusive backdoor deals, Money Hat and Spider-Man, Wolverine, X-Men, even Miles Morales. But that'd be another video about the Spider-Man and Miles Morales and X-Men and Wolverine. They're just Money Hat and everything, but Xbox can't have one game. That's crazy. See how stingy that is? They're like, oh, well, Call of Duty makes the most money ever. And this leads me to say this. Since Apparently Naughty Dog don't like money anymore. They are kind of like Disney. They have an agenda to push. Being that they have an agenda to push and they have that itch that they have to just scratch with wokeness that they just cannot leave alone. These people are full of pride. They're sick. They need to be in a mental institution. Excuse me. They need to go to the crazy house with the white sheets and coats and be locked in a room until they can figure out what they're going to do with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Instead of corrupting the whole entire gaming industry with this woke trash, because this is a mental illness. This is a mental illness. They are glorifying. They putting these people on a high pedestal for a mental illness to try to corrupt people and their delusion that they live in their mind. They're trying to bring their sick bedroom fetish fantasies to the gaming industry with people and their children. You know what I'm saying? These are a lot of perverts that's out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what's going on in your little sick mind. We know what it stands for. It's open sexuality, especially when it comes to LGBTQ. We seen the parade parties where people dress naked having these parade parties. And they had little kids at these parades. We seen that stuff on TV. This stuff is out in the open. It ain't no secret. So that is all this abomination that you're trying to push on us in the gaming industry. It's just wrong. It ain't no room for that, man. Like, we want to get back when we get on gaming, bro. We just want to focus on what we're playing. We don't want an agenda pushed down our throat. A bald head scallywag ain't got no hair in her back. On Intergalactic ain't one of them that we want to see. A bald head chick. Listen, the actress on Intergalactic is a beautiful girl. Drop dead gorgeous. You didn't even have to shave her head. Even if she would have had a low cut, we probably wouldn't even said anything. But the fact that it seemed like you want a bald head, you want to force her to be the ugliest character out here in the West. That's what they do. Western developers, from Eastern developers are totally different. All the Western games in America now, anything Americanized, it's got to be Hollywood. They got to woke it up. They live in this sick fantasy. They have this fetish for wokeness that they just cannot get over, and they just get off on it. A bunch of sick bastards at the top that just have so much money and they just want to feel important. That's all it's about. It's about all these woke activists out here, and they have so much money. You got to understand, these people are sick. They have a fantasy, and they feel like they can do what they want because they feel so entitled. You know what I'm saying? People like that, they feel so entitled. And everybody like, well, if you feel so entitled and y'all have so much money to spend on other games, other studios, why don't y'all just make y'all own studio? Because see, they want to feed off of the hype. They want to already game that have a huge install base already. They don't want anybody, basically, that they have to struggle to build a fan base because they know we really don't want it. They want to force it on us. See, why don't you just start your own LGBT studio, your own Sweet Baby Inc. studio, and make your own games? And then you say this is for that group, 1-2% of people in the gaming industry that want to play those type of games. Don't come over here with the straight people at, the Christians at, the people that don't agree with that at, and say, hey, you don't accept us, you anti this, you woke, that you anti woke, you don't like us, you this, you that. Man, listen. Most of us don't even have nothing against anybody, especially me. I don't judge nobody. I don't condemn nobody. I don't cast no first stones. But when you see Intergalactic, does this character turn you on? Does this character make you say, man, if she was a real woman, I would date her? Just a fantasy, just like playing a game. Like I'm playing with a beautiful character like Stellar Blade. You don't really want to sleep with the girl. You just want to play with a beautiful character. And that's all we're saying. But still, you got a lot of these woke bastards in the gaming industry will say otherwise. Oh, well, if you can't do something nasty to yourself at night from looking at a character, then you're sick. You're an infidel. You don't get no box. You this, you that. Like they talk down on regular people. That's right, I said normal people. And I know they don't even like to hear that word now. They're like, well, what is normal? Somebody that don't push agendas. Somebody that don't push DEI down everybody's throat. That is somebody that's normal. A real man and a real woman, not some fake non-binary characters like what is Dragon Age or whatever, want to throw down everybody's throat. Non-binary characters that they just make up with these little politics and they just take it and run with it. then they're destroying these companies. Like, a lot of people ain't looking at it this way, right? They're not looking at it as these companies can't eat if ain't no money coming in. These people that work for these studios, that's great, that may be spiritual or Christian or religious, that work for these studios that don't agree with this stuff, but the boss came down there to talk to everybody and forced them to do it. I feel sorry for those people. They don't have no voice, and I'm wondering, how can they get a voice? Through the content creators, through Twitter X. That, it seems like the only way they can have their voice heard. Because if it's in the gaming industry, and if Sweet Baby Inc. and BlackRock and whoever else, Vanguard, whoever else, Disney, whoever else pushing all this woke trash, it's like the people that work at the studios that don't agree with it. I find it real hard to believe 100% of every studio agree with making Intergalactic a woke, woked up character that don't nobody really care to look at. This hideous character, this monster. If that was the case, why did they just create a robot? Why didn't you give her a mask? Why didn't you give her like this superhero costume? If you wanted her to be this boss chick, this boss woman, why did you make her an alien woman or something, like a monster or creature? Why does it have to push into a specific agenda with a woman with a bald head? Stop and think about that for a second. And then the actress, she's so offended, she come out on social media and tell us make all these posts, and I think she had to take it down and say, hey, you mad, bro? Y'all mad that it's a woke, a non-binary or a gay or a lesbian character? You mad, bro? So now she's turning Naughty Dog fan base. And I'm thinking, Naughty Dog ain't finna be making too much more money. I'm thinking this studio's about to go under and they want to go down swinging. So I'm thinking they may need to go multi-plat, more day ones. They need to just come out on Game Pass, PC, Nintendo, and just widen their audience, because there's no way they can keep going this route. And the writers and the artists coming out talking trash. They're literally turning their fan base. They're turning the gaming industry. PlayStation fans should be upset as well, because this is one of y'all top studios, Uncharted, Last of Us, and now you get this? How do you go from top tier game, AAA banger games in the gaming industry to woke trash in just a matter of a few years? You, as a matter of fact, you cancel factions. You cancel the Last of Us multiplayer for some woke trash. Bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. It really gives you like a headache to even think about it, bro, because it's so sick and disgusting. And it's like, you really can't say nothing about it because they get so offensive and defensive. Like, if you say anything about it, like, oh no, don't be talking about my game, and now the actress think we're coming at her. No, you're a beautiful woman. We're not coming at you. We're saying they're pushing agendas and you just so happen to get involved and you caught the scrape because you're in the game, but we're not really directing the energy towards you, so she need to pipe down and calm down, and just take a back seat, just ride this one out and let it die down, let all the smoke die down. She don't want to do that. She want to be involved in the fight because she getting offended, she getting her feelings, because she feel entitled, because the society has told these woke activists that they have so many rights that they can talk to regular people, normal people, any kind of way. That's right, real men and real women, because it's only 2 genders, not 15,000 that y'all keep making up every other day. Okay, these for all little woke bastards out there in the gaming industry that think you just keep coming up with all these non-binary characters. For everything that come to your little sick mind, that's an agenda. So if they want to be an animal today, okay, that's a new agenda. Bestiality, that's a new agenda. Oh, I want to be an elf today. Oh, I want to be a leprechaun today. You know what I'm saying? That's an agenda. Like, it's crazy. It's sick. Like I said, this is a delusion that they're living in, and they want us to go along with it. And when we don't go along with it, we're the bad guys.